then. I can't see anything before then. I think I see Gren, Kiati. How you doing, guys? Good to see you. We are going to very excitedly apply some mica powder to the glouche hippo, what we've done so far. And then we will apply some more glouche and keep it going. And then we will work on this panel from Cindy. We'll continue with this. We're going to use brown here, gold here. So these big green chunks, they'll be brown and then gold. And then we'll keep that going and see what we can come up with. I'm doing good, thanks, Kiati. How are you? Steffi's sort of kind of here. I'm happy you're sort of kind of here. How are you doing? You okay? Thank you, Cara. Miss Audrey's doing good, Kiati. She is out in the living room having a snack. Hi, Diane. How are ya? Good to see you, friends. All right, we are going to apply some mica powder. So I need a little smudge brushy kind of thing. So, what's new and exciting? How's your day been so far? So the product that I used here, if you haven't seen it before, it is called Glouche. It is a tacky glue, custom made and formulated. And formulated by our friend Tara of Deserted Bliss. So you put the glouche on, you wait for it to dry, and it stays tacky, and then you can put mica powder, you can put gold foils, transfer foils, all kinds of fun stuff on there. Not a good day? Oh, I'm so sorry, Steffi. I hope you feel better soon. Hey, Nicole, how are ya? I'm very excited to put this mica powder on this hippo. Very, very excited. Happy to have you here, Diane. Always good to see ya. I know, look at the little... So I did a Christmas hippo. It's not finished. I have to finish it. We did the Christmas hippo. And I loved it. But I'm still not done it yet. But I put a little heart on his bum. So I definitely have to do that too. On this one. So I had to kind of stop because I was running out of spots to put my hands without sticking my hand in glouche. So we're going to continue on with this today, but we are going to put our mica powder on this one first because I'm dying to see what it looks like with this one. So we're going to create some fun stuff, Diane. I'm excited. Just got out of the shower. Very nice. All right, so this is the mica powder that I have. I got it off of Temu. And it is a blue to purple, a teal kind of to blue to purple color shift. So I'll show you another stone that I've done with it. This is the other one that I've done with it. And when you see it sitting on the ground, you can really see some of that color shift. It looks much more purple in person. Sometimes you just got to get it at the right angle to see it. But anyway, it's pretty. So we've got some mica powder on here. And we are going to put the mica powder on the glouche. And then we'll wipe off the excess. And it will just be the glouche that is left with the mica powder on it. So cute. It's so funny. Mom was asking me, so how's this different than paint? Why wouldn't you just use paint? I'm like, why would you just use paint when you can use this? It's so fun. So just because it's fun and it's a different way to do it and you get different colors with the different mica powders. Oh, it's a little wonky on the front. Oh well, we're going to deal with it and we're going to go with it. car. Will be right back. Okay, sounds good. Diane had a busy day already. Took Dad to CT, a couple of errands on the way home. Now working on pill distribution for the next 2 weeks. Then more doctor's appointments today. That's tiring, Diane. That's tiring. Take care of yourself as well as you can during all of that. And happy to keep you company while you've got a bit of time between appointments. That one. I knew I'd have some touch-ups that I have to do on here from like extra spots there. But this is going to be the super satisfying part. So Nicole, have you started painting anything yet? I'm being so friggin' nosy. Not trying to push you before you're actually ready. I think I'm just so excited. You work so hard. Almost. There we go. So Gloosh comes in squeeze bottles like Bliss Drops. It also comes in larger paint bottles as well that you can use with your dotting tools and stuff like that too. I highly recommend it. It's a tremendous amount of fun to play with. Are you seeing some of the color shift in that now? Once we get this thing really covered, we'll see a lot more. So I'm going to do a couple of touch-ups with the black gesso. Cover up a couple of blips, maybe a couple of spots I want to do over. I kind of feel like I want to do these over, and I want to fix that curve. So I think I'm going to paint over these ones too. We'll add something into it for sure, but we'll give it a shot. That's how it's looking so far, though. She's going to be so pretty. I'm glad it's relaxing to be here, Diane. That makes me really, really happy. Every time you guys tell me that this is the place where you can come and you can take a breath and you can have a little bit of downtime and have a little bit of a rest, I am thrilled to hear that. You know, people apologize when they fall asleep, or they used to anyway. I've been trying to get them not to, because I'm like, if you're that relaxed here, then I've done my job. Because that's the whole point, right? Painting is that for me. Snoozing, hanging out with the people here, that's for you, right? Whatever you do. That's a really good question. I got it off of Temu, Diane. I'd have to take a look and see if I can find that. Not wonky, but whimsical. Is it whimsical? Yeah. Do you think I should change it? I feel like I think I have to. If I'm being really honest, I think I have to. But that's okay. Steffi's being pushy. Nicole says not yet. Okay. I'll have a look after the live because my Temu account's on my phone, Diane. So I will have a look after my live, and I can at least share a link to Temu so you can take a look at it, and I can share a screenshot of the brand and stuff. Diane, are you on my Patreon? Refresh my memory. Because I can post it in general chat there. Sucks because my account is on my phone, and that's what I'm filming with, so I'm kind of out of luck to show you that one right now. I think I can comment pictures here on YouTube though too. So if I can do that instead, then I will do that instead. Yeah, because I'll hate it if I don't do it, right? If I leave it. You're right. You really are, Diane. I am, watching Tara do the hot glue painting with her glue gun when she started, and that's when she started to say, if I can formulate something that is so good, that would alleviate any frustrations for, did you buy the right glue sticks and what kind of heat gun do you have and all of that. I've already loved that stuff that she was doing. And then she brought this out and I'm like, oh, this is incredible. We can have so much fun with this. I think it sparks different ideas than paint does for whatever reason, right? Like it makes you just kind of look at it and go, oh, well, this is different. This is different. How can I do this? I'm going to take care of that one. And then let's look at this side and see. All right, this one has a schmutz here. A little schmutz there. It's got a little schmutz on the ear. We'll fix that. We'll fix that little smudge. And we will fix up this leg. I think I had sticky fingers with some gloosh on it and I smudged some all over. Now, depending on the surface that you're painting on, you might have an easier time removing gloosh to be able to paint over it. But because this is wood, I don't want to risk scraping it off and have it pull any of the wood off. So I'm going to redo these little spots. This was before I switched to my dotting tool and before I switched to my newer gloosh as well. So I had one of the bottles of Tara's old formulation. And so the new formulation is, I might as well just, that's going to screw up my walking dots if I don't cover over that. So I'm going to be using some of the newer formulation, which is a little less chunky, because that's why she came up with the new formulation, right? So we're going to do that. I'm going to grab a palette and we will start glooshing. It's so fun. You've seen a lot of people using it. It's so cool. It's so, so cool. I think, it's just one of those luxury things where you're like, I can do some really cool stuff with it. Maybe I don't buy rhinestones, but I can use gloosh instead. You can make it drip and get more texture out of it. Like, just so freaking cool. Tara's magic, isn't she? Tara is absolute magic. We are so lucky to be in this community with the artists and the creatives that we are in this community with that just keep coming up with the coolest stuff for us to play with. All right, I'm not going to use this one. This one needs to be soaked. So let me find my other one. Here we go. Here we go. This one I can clean out. All right, I don't have a garbage can in here right now. It's cool because the spot that had gloosh in it, I can just scrape out the gloosh and we're good to go. Anybody doing any painting today? Steffi, you just chilling and relaxing while we're hanging out here? Are you at home? I'm gonna take it. Or did you have today off? I don't remember. Hi, Ingrid. How are ya? Steffi says, I can't get my bottle unclogged, so I'm gonna put it into a new bottle. Perfect. That's a good idea. Not in Patreon with any artists yet. I'm going to set up an account at some point. If you do, I have a free Patreon membership as well. So we kind of use it as kind of it's our chat room really, where we can share photos and stuff like that. So if you ever want to, just know that it's there for you. Okay. If I can take a photo of the Temu mica powder and comment it here on YouTube, I will do that. Okay. Or if you want to send me a message on Instagram just to remind me, and then I can reply to that for you. Whatever is easiest for you, happy to do any of those. I'll post it on Patreon regardless, though, just so that people can see what I'm using. Gloosh is definitely a lot of fun. Hi, Paula. How are ya? You left work early? Okay. I'm glad you're home. I'm glad you're home and resting. Gabrielle. Yeah, Mike is expensive, so why waste it? That's true. Exactly. What's new, Paula? How you doing, Gabrielle? How's your day so far? You like the hippo? So this is one of the hand-carved hippos from Mustafa. While I was working with Christina Lee really closely, I had some of the blanks for her because I was kind of doing the shipping for Canada. And so, of course, when the box arrived, like he does so many beautiful things, right? The beautiful butterflies and all of these dolphins and cats and dogs. But as soon as I saw the hippo, I'm like, ooh, but it's a hippo. And I couldn't not do it. I'm doing all right, Paula. Thanks for asking. I'm glad you're doing okay. The hippo is shaped like your schnauzer. I love that. I love that. That's so good. All right, let's pour out some gloosh then, and let's keep glooshing. We got lots of stuff to add to this one. So let's start with our heart on the bum. No, that's probably not a smart way to start. Let's start up here. I'm gonna fill in some swoops here, I think. I feel like that's not even either, but that's fine. All right. All right, let's do some swoops then. Here we go. Nicole, go paint. That's from Jamie, not me, Gabrielle. Doing some cleaning. Happy to keep you company while you're doing that. Hope it makes it go by nice and fast and easy for you. See, I thought I could do a swoop down there. Well, I still could, couldn't I? Nice part is you don't have to put gloosh on super thick either. You can, but you don't have to. So I feel like it goes really well for a long amount of time. All right, let's try this one. Could have moved that one, but that dot, but you know what, we're just going to leave it. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. There we go. I want to fill this with so much gloosh that it's just this super shiny, tealy, purple, wonderful extravaganza. All right, that's good. And now we're going to do a dot there. And then we're going to do some swoops. So I'm just winging it. I don't really know for sure what I'm doing, but I'm just winging it. It is going to be a lot of swoops, though. Hi, Kim. How are ya? Good to see ya. Thanks for coming and hanging out, you guys. It's crazy to me that we're getting close to the 100th YouTube live. That's bananas to me. It makes me curious to look at how many lives I've done in total since I started this back in would have been 2020, I guess. Just got off work. Very nice. Time for a little puff and paint or what? All right, we're going to now switch our dotting tool. There it is. Nope, that's not the right one. Where is it? Where are you? There you are. Tracy, how goes it? That looks a little better, eh? I think that looks better. Sounds like a good way to end the day, Kim. Sounds fantastic. I endorse your plan. What's new, Tracy? How you been? And Kim's asking, how did the job application go that you went for? All right. So now oh, she's so pretty. Very good. Going to glitter ornaments and clean the kitchen. Very nice. The noodle is doing good. She's doing good. She was out in the living room just a little bit earlier having a snack, so I'm guessing she's laying there. She had her spa appointment for her nail trim today, so she's not terribly thrilled with me, but she's also sucking up, so I don't know. Hopefully soon, yeah. I also have not gone down to the basement to clean since the first day I said I was going to. That is why we're all friends, Tracy. Because we do that. We're like, this is what I'm going to do. And they're like, yeah. 2 weeks later, nope, haven't done it. I will definitely give her kisses, Kim. You betcha. I will definitely give her lots of love for you guys. Yeah, she's not terribly happy with me. She wasn't pleased to be getting her nails done today. Not that she ever is pleased with it. But, you know, I always hope. All right, so we'll do a dot here and a dot here. All right, I think that looks cute for the top, eh? All right, so now we can do the bottom. we're going to wait though. We are going to instead go this way, and we are going to do a bunch of swoops right here. Lots of texture in this sort of stuff, right? With the carved, makes it a little tough. I think it could be fun to cluster dot a hippo. I think that could be kind of neat. One of these days. I only have a couple more of these hippos left. I gotta see if I'm ever going to be able to get any more. Do I have to cover the thin layer of mica that's left on the base coat that's not on the glue straps? Most of that should completely brush off with a dry brush. Every once in a while there's a little bit that's left there, but that was because I had gluesh on my fingers the other day when I was working on this, and I let that get all over it. But for the most part, you shouldn't have to worry about the mica powder sticking here. That being said, I have used some pretty shitty mica powders from Dollarama here. They did not, wipe off the back. So I would imagine it has something to do with some quality too. Oh, I'm going to hiccup, and I'm trying not to do it while I'm talking. Oh, God. Excuse me. So, yeah. It should all just brush off with... when you brush it off of the spots that have the gluesh. Yeah, no worries. All right. Oh, this is so cute. And I'm not putting it on quite as thick, so it should dry significantly faster. So we should be able to come back to this at the end of the hour. Last time, this great big dot right in the middle and the big dot at the bum wasn't drying very quickly because it was way too much gluesh. So, but this should be much better. All right, so that will be on one side, and then we'll do it on the other side as well, and we'll build up some more swoopy stuff here. Big ones. Let's do some big ones. Let's see what we can do here. Now we are, again, we're going to run out of space or ways to hold on to this without getting hand in the paint. However, We should still get a fairly decent amount of it done. Ooh, that's a big one. I love it. All right, now let's see what we can do over here without getting my hand in anything. I think one thing that could potentially help too, for keeping your mica powder off your backgrounds is if you varnish your base first. So that could potentially be a helpful solution. If you're gluing on something like wood that can be quite porous, that kind of thing, that could be helpful. All right, so let's now walk some dots. And let's do a little bit more. All right. I think that looks kind of cute for now. We'll let some of that dry, and then we'll come back to it in a little bit and catch up, put some more mica powder on. But I think that that's going to be it. We'll replicate all of this on the other side, of course, when this dries. In the meantime, I need to figure out how to prop this up so that nothing bad happens to it. So, how are we going to do that? Okay, I think we're good. I've got them sitting over here on a sponge up against the paintbrushes. Precarious, but we'll see what happens. I actually need to lay it a little flatter because those are going to drip. All right, so now I'm going to put the glouche back in the bottle because no point in wanting to waste liquid gold. Get that back in there, and then we can start back on. We'll do some more work on this panel. Ooh. And we'll stop for a peanut M&M on the way too. All right, let me scroll back. Kara's back. Bringing in groceries and putting them away. Very nice. And Nicole's back. Yay! Yeah, they do have to hold her down for it, Gabrielle. They do. Well, one of them holds her. They don't really have to put a lot of pressure on her. But she does have to wear a cone of shame so that she doesn't bite anybody. I don't blame her. She's funny, though. They love her there. So, thankfully, they're used to her antics. So, this is one of the panels that our friend Cindy of the Rain Gallery made. Now, she uses plaster and sculpts these designs onto them. But, and she's going to be reopening her shop again soon because she sells these and she has literally hundreds of different designs. Now, mine were done in a little bit of a hurry because she had to take advantage of the opportunity of our friend Vicky coming up my way to come for a visit. So while Vicky was with Cindy grabbed these panels and got them together. So they weren't all completely sanded. I knew this when I got them, that they weren't completely sanded. So there were some rough spots in them. And for those of you who know me well, you just know that half the time I just wing it anyway. So I wasn't super stressed about it. And I didn't do any of the sanding myself. So it looks like the raised up parts here are quite rough. They're really not as rough in person. Like I'm not noticing it when I'm painting over it and adding the paint here. But it's definitely there. But rest assured that when you order panels from Cindy, yours will come fully sanded like this. will come fully sanded and nice and smooth, okay? Nicole said, I'm so excited. I found a beautiful comforter, 6 little plants and floating shelves for my daughter. Oh, that's wonderful. That's so nice. Oh, Miss Audrey went for her nail appointment today. So when she is at the spa, she's not happy. She's not happy after the spa either, to be real. So yeah, when she's at the groomers, they do use the cone for some added protection. Yeah, want to see pictures. That's so wonderful. So almost moving day for her. Is she doing okay? Is she excited? I hope it's a great change for her. Is that a paint booger or was that a bubble? I feel like it was a paint booger. Yep, that's definitely a paint booger. Come on. Get out. Gotcha. Gotcha, sucker. Well, hopefully some bubbles will pop up and we can get them dealt with before they dry. Tracy says, question, to put a second coat of resin, what grit sandpaper should I use? I have to be careful as I ran out of resin and some spots aren't really covered. I would start with a really, really, really high number and work my way back as opposed to starting too rough. So I'd start with a really, really high number and work or as high as I can and work my way back and go from there. I'm honestly not sure. I'm not as versed in resin, so I don't know that my answer is going to be the best one for you. But anybody else, excuse me. Oh, I keep getting what feels like it's going to be a hiccup. And I'm so afraid it's going to turn into a half hiccup, half burp while I'm talking. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm honestly not sure about that one. Nicole said she's so excited. She doesn't know half of what my mom has done for her. I only did today's buy. Mom got her a new couch and a bed with a headboard and drawers. Oh, Nicole, that's so wonderful. If anybody else here has had that kind of experience with resin and you're able to answer Tracy's question, that would be awesome. I am not it, unfortunately. I haven't done enough resin to know, but that's where I would start anyway. This piece is going to take a lot of paint. That was too much, but maybe it'll self-level really nicely. That was too much paint, though. All kinds of bubbles under there. I think I might have caused more problems than I think I fixed. All right, we'll let it dry and see what happens. It's going to look pretty no matter what, so we're fine. Started with 400, but it didn't do anything. So, yeah, you might have to just work your way back from there. I usually start in the 200s, but I don't know for sure. I would love to tell you that I knew. It's been so long since I've done resin, so I probably would mess it up. So this paint is Tara's Bliss Drops, and it's going to dry that beautiful metallic chocolate brown that you see in here. Tons and tons of color change in Tara's paints as they dry. Yeah, resin's a lot. Resin's a lot. It's not as hard as I thought it would be, but it's still a royal pain in the ass if you don't have really ideal circumstances, right? Like if you don't have a good plan of how you're going to keep dust out of your piece while it's curing, all of that sort of stuff, it can be a lot. It's such a beautiful finish though, eh? Like it really, really, it just magnifies everything. And it's so beautiful. Yeah, I really liked UV resin for that reason, because it was smaller. I wasn't mucking up a great big piece or risking that as much. It's a lot. Tracy says, yes, me too, but I have things that I need to get finished. So I started and then ran out in the middle of it, of course. I feel like all that it will really work for, I feel like it's all that will really work for the keychains. Yeah, Keychains are really good to do the resin in because if not, there's so much wear and tear, right? With, banging against the keys, banging against stuff in people's pockets and purses and bags and all of that sort of stuff, right? That it makes it really, really tough to protect it. And UV resin seems to be that for now, because wherever the wood I see, even when it's varnished, it is pretty worn after a bit of usage. Bear with me, I'll be right back. I've got to work so fast with this to make sure it doesn't dry, but I don't have to work as fast as I did with the Decor Americana paints on the other panels. So I almost have to like calm myself down and say, you don't have to rush now. This is bliss drops. They don't dry as quick. It's going to be fine. Bear with me and I'll be right back to the comments in just a couple of minutes here. So be sure to keep your eyes on the Rain Gallery on Instagram, because Cindy, who made these panels, she's got her shop is on vacation right now, but she's going to be opening it up again soon. And she will keep you posted when she's got more of these panels available. She literally, like I said, has hundreds of different designs for them. And I highly recommend them. I feel like it would have been fun to do a glouche one of these and like paint all the raised up parts with glouche and then do some mica powders and stuff. Haven't used resin yet. It's like a completely separate thing. It's not like you just buy some varnish and off you go. There's so much to learn with how to apply it, how to get the bubbles, how to seal your pieces underneath, the different types of resin and trial and error. But it does give an incredibly gorgeous finish. But it is a big animal, for sure. UV resin, you don't have to stir. No, UV resin comes already ready to go in a bottle. Most of the time in a squeeze bottle. Thank you for typing out what you meant, Stephanie, because I don't think I would have cracked that code. So yeah, it'll come in a bottle, not bottles like this, but similar to the idea with a tip. And you can, where's my brain? Yeah, so you don't have to stir it. My mom's horse keeps getting out at night. Cannot find where she's getting out. Oh my gosh, that's scary. That's really scary. Does she come back? Or do you have to go looking for her? That's really scary. I wish they could talk so they could just tell us stuff, right? Like, hey, there's a hole in the fence over there, kind of near the fence post. Or by, you know, that big creepy tree or something. Like, I wish that they could tell us that stuff. What is going on over here? You are goopy. And is that why? Did I... Oh, yeah, that's why. All right, I'll have to do some touch-ups there. That's okay. The horse was allegedly last seen at Taco Bell. She eats the yard grass. She was out front last night. Just saw the poop for proof. Yeah, like they would tell us. That's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. Mm-hmm. I'm holding my breath so much. My goodness. All right. All right. Almost 50% of the way there. Very cool. It's going to use a lot of friggin' paint. I asked them if they were going to put the trail cam out. They don't know where to start with it. Yeah, that's a good point. I would place it facing where you found the poop out front. And then it'll maybe tell you which direction she came from. Maybe she's the world's smartest horse and she understands how to lock and unlock a gate. Is there like a padlock on it? So if it's a padlock, that theory goes right out the window. Watching Orange is the New Black. I started watching it, but I never finished it. I don't know why. I don't remember not being interested in it or anything. I think maybe other things just came up. But there's lots of people that say they just love it. How do you like it so far, Tracy? How far into it are you? And if you're not watching Orange is the New Black, or what are you watching right now while you're painting? Well, that looked like a little penis that I just did there, didn't it? Oopsie. All right. So now we go here. We're going back to the green. Let's do a zoom out. There's a zoom out. It's looking kind of neat, eh? Steffi says, I don't have enough bliss to do large swaths and not stress I'm using it too fast. If I was being honest with myself, I would not have done this if I had really understood how much paint it was going to take. I would have painted it with regular Deco Art Americana, and then I would have gone in and done bliss accents, but I wouldn't have done this. However, since I've already started it, and by the time I got to it, I was already done these. I'm like, well, in for a penny, in for a pound. Better fucking look good. Steffi loved it. Orange is the New Black. Like Wentworth even better. On season 3. I haven't watched either of them. So much out there to watch. I definitely can't do this and talk very well, that's for sure. I feel that though too, Steffi. I hoard my bliss drops on many occasions until I find just the right thing that I want to do. And I mean, again, I like this one, but I think it's a little bit more than I wanted to do. Diane watched Orange is the New Black and Wentworth. It's been a few years. It was good enough to hold my attention. Nice. That's always nice, eh? Nicole says, sorry, I'm back. A guy just stopped asking if we let hunters hunt our property because we have so much acreage. And then he had 1,000 questions. Oh, wow. Wentworth is actually what one would imagine prison to actually be and shocked me on every finale. Oh, wow. Tell him no, but can he track horses? What were you watching before Orange is the New Black, Tracy? What was the last binge while I'm painting show? And for everybody, what are you guys watching? Is there anything new? Makes you want sherbet ice cream. It does with the pastels while it's still wet, eh? This is way too thick. It's crazy. Keep watching Grey's Anatomy over and over again. Yes, Ingrid, it is. It is one of Cindy's stencil pieces. Yeah, this is one of her panels. It's definitely got a very industrial look to it, too. It could definitely, I think it could be really cool done in, like, blacks and silvers and grays, and maybe throw in a red or something like that for... But it's a very industrial feel to it. So hopefully these colors will make it look like mystical, magical industrial. Like made by woodland fairies industrial. What's new and exciting, Ingrid? How are you feeling? How are you doing? You doing okay? Back on season 4 again. At first I thought that I would stop watching when Denny died. That broke me. Then I thought I'd stop watching when George did. And I didn't watch a ton after George did. George broke me. Jamie, Big Brother, more Jamie. Is it a new Big Brother, Steffi, or are you watching old ones? Tracy, not a lot. I think the last new was New Girl. I was so sad when I finished it. New Girl's so good, eh? I'm like, no, I'm not. It needed to last longer. What's the Handsome podcast? What's that? I heard you mention about hoarding your bliss drops. So I was wondering if this piece was taking too much. Yes, it is. I have absolutely used too much. I should have totally painted with my Deco Art Americana first and then used my bliss for accents. However, in for a penny, in for a pound. So we are going to go for it. And I mean, if we're using this many now, then by God, we're going to make it look good. But yes, I've used way too much on this. And completely unnecessarily. Oh, shit. Those silicone brushes, I'm telling you, they come in handy more often than I even think that they will. Do you guys remember the set of dotting tools that were all silicone? I think it was Dots by Lena, maybe? And And she had a line, or she helped sell a line of acrylic paints anyway. I can't remember the name of the paints, but every paint color was tied to an animal. So they came in little paint pots, kind of like the Art Alchemy paints. And then instead of like a paint name on it, it had a picture of an animal silhouette. So there was a gray one that was elephant. There was a green one that was like alligator or crocodile. There was another gray that was a koala bear. There was one that was a flamingo. It was so neat. And I always wanted to try the silicone tools. So imagine Happy Dotting Company tools or DIY, but every single tip, including the really, really large dots, were all made of silicone. I always thought that they looked like they'd be really cool paints to play with and cool tools to play with. Well, the animals are what did me in. I'm like, oh, you put a picture of an animal on it and I can buy that instead of a paint bottle with picture of words? Absolutely, I'll pay 10 times more. Like, I'm one of those people. And I know I'm not alone. I know there's lots of those people. All right, let me see. Gran said, I've only ever used Bliss specifically in my Cindy pieces. It's worth it for me to see the finished piece. Okay, good. I'm excited then. I'm going to keep looking forward to seeing the finished piece. It'll be good. It'll be good. Now that I'm not upset that I'm doing it. I think if I did it again, I would do it a little differently. Near the finale of Big Brother soon. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, New Girl's on Disney. We have Disney, Prime, and Stacked. I haven't watched Netflix or Crave in a long time. Long time. Doing okay. Keep working on my bones and my painting. Good for you. What have you been painting lately, Ingrid? When calls the heart. What's that about, Nicole? In a SpongeBob voice. 67 gallons later. Podcast with 3 women comedians. Tig Notaro. Oh, they're fantastic. I love May. May Martins is great. I don't know. I'm sure I'd know who Fortune is when I saw them, but I can't remember now. Yeah, and Tig is fantastic too, eh? We'll catch you up. Anytime you miss stuff, we'll catch you back up. Gren is sorting glitter in the background. Fantastic. Gren and May has a show called Feeling Good on Netflix. Oh, that's cool. Yes, the new dollar store is open across the street. I went in the other day, and even though it is exactly the same as the Dollarama, less than 2 blocks away from here, I still spent almost $40. We'll go on a road trip one of these days, though. But yes, it's finally open. Working Moms on Netflix was hilarious. What's that one about? And don't say working moms. It's about moms who work. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants. Orange chicken and drink it apple cider. That sounds good, Cara. Ingrid's working on Christmas presents. Very lovely. Yeah, me too, Kim. It's nice to have it open. It's nice and convenient, that's for sure. It's a total chick flick. It's set way back in Frontier Town. I love chick flicks. The new season won't be here till 2026. I hate it when they make you wait that long, eh? We've gotten so spoiled with being able to watch everything on demand. And it makes it really difficult to wait for new stuff. I can't tell you when the last time I watched quote unquote real TV was. Half the time I don't even watch the streaming anymore. I just watch TikToks all night, which is a problem that I need to deal with ASAP. Raunchy and funny, and the moms are scandalous but hilarious. Fantastic. I'll have to, one of these days I feel like I'm going to bounce back and forth between different streaming services every once in a while. And I'll get back there eventually. Do you think one of the stores will close since they're so close by each other? Wildly? No. I don't think they will. I really don't think they will. We have, within a 10-minute drive in any direction, we've probably got, well, let me just see if I can count for a second here. The ones that I can think of within a 10-minute drive, let's even narrow it down to a 5-minute drive. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 6 of them. Yeah, very similar like that. Set in the early 1900s. Huh, no, I haven't heard of it. When did it come? Where do you watch it? Nicole? Yeah, they're literally everywhere. And I think now they start putting them in everywhere because it, some people are driving by because they won't turn left to cross all of kinds of big traffic to get there and stuff, right? It's so bizarre. It's so weird. Oh, it's on Hallmark, ordering through Prime. Okay, gotcha. I love the dollar store too. I really do. I find so much good stuff there. I go there before I go to other stores most of the time now. I just hope that for the most part it can keep me out of Walmart. Anything to not have to go to Walmart. I hate going to Walmart. Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. I just went over the edge again. Damn it. Damn it, Janet. All right. Silicone brush to the rescue here. Beautiful. And then I will I'll do some touch-ups later, and it'll be fine. I am really happy with the texture, of course, that the Bliss Drops add, right? There's so much texture. All right. Spin it around. Here we go. No, our dollar store isn't a dollar store anymore either. Our Dollar Tree has more stuff for like a buck 50, I think. But Dollarama, we have stuff that you can get stuff up there that's upwards of 450 occasionally. I think they're all, for the most part, I think it's under 5. I don't know if occasionally there's stuff that's over $5. Maybe 10 maximum. Most stuff is $5 or less though. But yeah, we don't have, it's not in a dollar. You can get a chocolate bar for $1 still there. 10-minute drive, we have $9 stores and almost as many. Yeah. Dispensaries are a dime a dozen now. They're everywhere. I agree, Steffi. I just don't. I know that Walmart has really good prices, but just, it's always so busy. And half the time I'm like, maybe I'm going to pay $2 more for something, but if it means I don't have to go to Walmart, then I won't. Mom and I do orders every once in a while for delivery. And we just make sure that we need a bunch of stuff when we do. Like, we go for toilet paper and paper towel and cases of water and all the different things. Make them do the heavy lifting and deliver it right to our door. But we do curbside pickup occasionally too, which I feel like is a pretty good option. Well, hi. You just about scared the piss out of me. How you doing?
Well, then that was fun.
Oh, good. I love almost peeing my pants. Mom's here, guys.
Hi, everybody.
How you doing? Do you have a snooze?
Have I had a snooze?
Yeah, you were out cold, eh?
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah, I just thought I should let you know I'm alive.
Well, that's always nice to know. That's good news.
Yeah, so.
You okay?
Yep. Now I'm going probably back to bed. But I'm fine.
Steffi says, hi, Mama Sue. Nicole says, hi, Mom Sue. Kim says, hi, Mom.
Hi, everybody.
Do you need any help? You okay?
No, I'm okay. I just wanted to let you know I was.
Yeah. You got out here, though. That's exciting.
Yeah.
That's been a long time, eh?
Yeah. There hasn't been a path change.
Yeah. Well,
No,
but it's
you're
been a
right.
long time
That's
since there was a
crazy.
path. I understand. Are you sure you're okay?
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay. Steffi says, happy anniversary of giving birth to Jamie Almost Day.
Oh, shit.
What's wrong?
I didn't say happy birthday to you.
It's not my birthday today. She said almost day.
Oh, tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. Oh, she thought she'd forgotten my birthday. Nope. It's tomorrow. You're good. Not a single garden store for us. Boo. You'll be flabbergasted when you come up here, Steffi, how many there are. Kim's in Southern California. Steffi's in Tennessee. Bright lights, loud mayhem. No. Yeah, exactly, right? No, thank you. You did. She's like, oh, shit, I didn't wish you happy birthday. That's very sweet of you, Nicole. I'll say hi for you, Cara. Michigan has tons, too. Yeah, depends on where you're at, eh? Did you ever watch the show on Netflix with Kathy Bates called Disjointed, where she's a hippie activist and she runs a pot store? If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend it. It's wonderful. I wish it was on longer and for more seasons. I could have kept watching that for a long time. I know she's good on Matlock and she likes it, but give me back Disjointed. Give me more of that. I should have played it off since she put her cold hands down. Right? That should have been payback for the other day. It's funny, we were talking today and she's like, I've never seen you spend so much time in cool air as you do. You're normally out in the heat. And I'm like, I think perimenopause is really messing with me. I don't enjoy the hot heat like I used to. I don't like the cold either, but I think that I'm transitioning from summer to fall as my favorite season, probably. Oh, our glouche is almost dry. We can put our mica powder on soon. Yay! We'll do these last two in the gold, and then we will do our mica powder and maybe a little bit more glouche on the hippo. All right, Bambi, here we go. No, I haven't heard from Lorna today. Not yet. You're in SoCal too, Diane? Such a small world. Wasn't that a great show? I do like spring. But spring I find... I like when you can smell the difference in the air. Like when it changes from winter to spring, there's a definite change in the smell in the air. I love that because then I know we're getting into a chunk of not winter because I hate winter. But I do like spring because I like the weather and I like to start to feel the warm. I think I deal with the heat a little bit more, a little better at the beginning, like in spring and beginning of summer than I do at the end. I think at the end I've just got kind of over it. However, I'd like it to stay warm enough that I don't have to put on socks. Like if I perpetually walked around in, like, say, leggings, bare feet, flip-flops, a t-shirt or tank top, and an open hoodie, that could be 24/7, 365. I'd be thrilled with that. Yes, I don't like AC blowing on me. When I lived by myself, my temperature in my apartment was significantly warmer than it is here with Mom. And I still feel like I probably wouldn't spend as much time. Like I still wouldn't have it quite as cold as here if it was just me. But I'm tolerating this a little bit better. My table that I have set up out in the living room, it is right beside the portable air conditioner. And I don't know if you guys remember when I was having to paint out there for a bit in the summer because this room just got so stinking hot. Having that air conditioner blowing and the fans blowing all the way around me. I like this time of the year too because we can turn some of the fans off and open up the windows. So it's a little bit, I don't know, it's quieter. It's lovely. Still hot there, 87. We went cool and then we're back up again now. So we're back up, I want to say probably, maybe not high 80s, but I think we're probably mid to low 80s right now too still. Spring and fall gal, like winter, summer heat all pass. Yeah, I could do without winter entirely. Oh, in San Diego, that's so cool. Summer is by far my least favorite. It used to be my favorite too. But I feel like the things that I do in each season are different too. I think if I had a balcony that I was sitting out on in the heat, that might be a little bit different. If I was going to the beach or if I had a pool, and I think there's different things that can impact that too. Spring and fall weather year round with the occasional cold day and occasional hot day. Yes, exactly. Yeah, still let them happen so that I can appreciate them and have the difference. But like, if it could get cold and snow for like the 3 days around Christmas and then have it go back to spring weather. That would be great. And then, yeah, pick a little bit of time for the nice hot weather. Give me a week at the beach, and then I'm good. I used to like the days where you could walk around in shorts and a t-shirt during the day, but then in the evening it got cool enough that you needed jeans and a sweatshirt. That would be perfect. I wish fall colors in the trees. Oh, wouldn't that be so nice? Yeah, if they lasted longer, that would be so nice. I agree. Heat hasn't been bad, but the humidity, yeah, really heavy, eh? Yes, me too, Diane. I would much rather have windows open, even a fan going to help circulate. I'd much rather have that than air conditioning. I used to keep my air conditioning around 74 in my apartment because it was cool enough after I would come in after a really hot day, but it wasn't so cold that I felt like I had to come in my own home in the dead of July and put on sweatpants, you know? I want refreshing, not freezing. Mom's room is always really cold. She's got a portable air conditioner in her room. So we don't have central air. We've got the floor air conditioners. And she's got one in her room, and then there's one in the living room. And every once in a while, I go into her room, and it is so cold in there that I almost instantly get a headache when I walk in there. I'm like, how are you sitting in here? She's like, what? It's nice. I'm actually quite warm. I'm like, this is not normal. This is not normal. It's not okay. Yeah, me too. Yeah, exactly. I'll still run my AC in case it gets really, really hot, but I won't have it as super high temperature. I'll put it at like 74 because if it drops below, if it's up higher than 74, maybe I want a little help with that. But I'll keep it up fairly warm. All right, one more section here. Yes, me too, Tracy. I would rather have fresh air and be cold than to lock myself up in a building with no fresh air. Fresh air is too important, I think. And yeah, I'll keep the windows open. I'll put on extra blankets, extra clothes, electric blankets everywhere if it means I can keep my windows open in the winter. Mm-hmm. right. I think I need to fix a spot here where I may have went over. I was good. All right. Fantastic. All right, so this is where we are at so far. We will continue to add more after this dries. So tonight, we'll be here tonight from 7 until 9 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, and we'll work on this some more tonight as well. So I'm going to move that out of the way, and I'm going to grab the hippo because we can mica powder the hippo again. Yay! Diane says parents need the house hotter than I prefer, so when the heater's on, I keep my windows open. Yeah. Yeah, I see that too. Jamie, I've seen your arms with long sleeves in the heat of the summer and wonder how you can do it. That's because I'm in an ice box in this apartment. I do have to come in to this apartment and bundle up every single time I come in from the heat. If I'm in AC, I'm wearing a coat inside. House gets cold enough in the winter, don't need to open the window. Yeah. I let it get colder if it means I can have that fresh air, which is not great, but you know. Tina. And if you guys would be so kind as to hit the like button if you are enjoying the live, if you're watching on the replay and you're enjoying, it really means a lot. It's how YouTube knows that my stuff is, people think my stuff is worth watching. So if you like the live, that would mean a tremendous amount to me. You can do that by hitting the thumbs up. You have to minimize the chat, and then up in the top left-hand corner, there should be a thumbs up button. So thank you to all of you who've already done it. Thank you to everybody that does do it. If you don't do it, that's okay too. But if you can, that would mean a lot. Oh, that looks pretty. All right, let's keep going. Thanks, guys. You're awesome. We'll see you later, Gran. Lots of love to ya. Our work keeps out like 56. That's ridiculous. Cindy uses 1,000 blankets at night, but my feet must not be covered. How you doing, Cindy? Good to see ya. Not me. I wrap up in every inch that I can possibly cover on myself. I have extra long fleece blankets so that I can tuck them under my feet. Love 1,000 blankets though, eh? Love the weight of a bunch of blankets. Yeah, that's way too cold, eh, Nicole? That's too much. Can't sleep in socks. No, not a chance. Not a chance. All right. So everything that we're putting gloosh on now will get replicated on the other side. There we go. Yay. Love it. Okay. Hot feet, cold heart, I guess. Nicole says, in the winter I use 4 blankets and a heating blanket at night in the winter with slipper socks on. Oh my goodness. I like the blankets part. Couldn't do the slipper socks part though. But I do wear slippers everywhere I go when I'm not curled up in bed under the blankets. Cindy says, Steffi, I've been like that since I was little. Wow, eh? Well, says, in the summer, no way do I wear socks to bed, but the winter I can't take them off ever because it's just too cold. Steffi, me every night. 2 fans, AC on 66, 4 blankets. But in the day, I despise cold. It's so much... cold is good for sleeping, though. It does make it better sleep. And especially if you like having a lot of blankets on. Like, I know some people who hate sleeping with blankets. They would just sleep with a sheet all the time, right? So they definitely don't enjoy a super cold room like I would. But I still don't make it as cold as a lot of people do. Thanks, Kim. Gabrielle, I have to sleep on my left side, kind of rolled into a ball with 3 blankets and then just get tucked in everywhere. Wouldn't that be nice? You're a right side sleeper with a body pillow and can't without all of that. Definitely have to have a body pillow. And I'm a either sleep and face the wall because my bed's up against the wall. So even if I moved my head down to the other end of the bed, I'd still sleep facing the wall. But if I am if I was dating somebody, sleep with my back to them. I'm facing out to the outside of the bed. All right, so we got to figure out what's next here. So I think what I will do is I will start over here and we'll start doing these swoopies here. Okay. Palette, please. Home wasn't made for winter cold. That's the hard part too, when it's not a home that was made for that, right? And you just adapt. Diane, sleep in socks because no matter how many blankets I use, bare feet get cold. I always manage to keep mine tucked in there somehow. But I also toss and turn a lot in my sleep, and I destroy my bed most of the time. Isn't it a cool mica powder? Isn't that so pretty? I played with it first on this little pause stone that I made. My intention is to do like one of those little cabinets and sets of drawers. My intention is to do a couple of those with glouche as well. This was the other one that I have. The other mica powder. These are the 2 that I bought together. They almost kind of go together. They could almost be used with a color grade because this one goes to teal. Right? They almost kind of run together and make a bigger spectrum of all the colors. All right. Here we go. All right, so how many did we do? We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, let's just try and do this as best as we can. Oh, I didn't finish doing this part that I painted over. There we go. All right, So now we go back to more swoops then. Okay. Now switch the tool. There we go. So that side is good there. So now we've got to do the big swoops. All right. Scrolling back. Yeah. Love warm body, cool face and head. Yeah. Yeah, I can't keep my face covered. I don't want to breathe in my own breath either. Ever combined mica to make a custom color? I haven't yet. I haven't been brave enough to try that yet, Diane. Yeah, good cool pillows, good. Could have ice packs. Wouldn't that be good for you? You start now to prep for winter. So what kind of stuff is on the list to prep for winter? Do you have a wood burning stove? These almost look like little wings. Okay, this actually looks pretty even on both sides too. Isn't that nice? Isn't that special? Who said that? Isn't that special? Why do I remember that? That was Church Lady, wasn't it? Saturday Night Live, Dana Carvey, maybe? All right, I'm scrolling back. Cindy says, Steffi, you can stuff a case with 2 pillows and put an ice pack in between. Oh, that's an interesting. There you go. Tracy said, oh my God, Juicebox Guy is going to lose his mind when he sees the glitter all over the kitchen table and floor. He hates glitter so much. The kids used to give him some for Christmas to see his reaction. Oh, no. There's a reason they call glitter the herpes of the craft world, right? Oh, my God. That's going to not be fun to pick up. When my kids come over now and see me using glitter, they always ask, why does Mom get to glitter when we couldn't have any? She pays the bills. That's fair. That is fair. For once you don't remember who said that. You were my surefire, Nicole. I thought for sure you'd know. I feel like it was Dana Carvey on Saturday Night Live. I think. All right. I feel like I need to let this sit and dry again now for a little bit. And then we can continue on with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this down. We'll let this dry. We'll come back to this tonight on the live from 7 to 9. I'm going to put the glouche away, and we will do a couple other little spots on the Cindy panel. Let's do that. All right, now what I don't know... No, I don't know. I am scared to death to work on any of these little things in here. I wonder if I'm going to get... No, I guess as long as I sit like this, I should be okay. Let's try it. I'll work on it. All right, so we're going to work on these little triangles going all the way around. So let's see what we're going to do here. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to sign off right at 4. I've got a couple people potentially coming and picking up stuff that they won on the auctions that I had posted online. So, I will be signing off quite quickly right at 4 o'clock so that I can get down there and be ready for them. But like I said, we will be coming back and hanging out tonight from 7 until 9 p.m. here as well. All right, so then we go over here, and this one around the green. Yes. One of them showed yesterday, but only one. The second one hopefully will be here today. There's 3 potentially for today, which would be nice. Isn't the hippopomp so cute? I love them too. We'll see you later, Cindy. Have a good rest of your day today. We'll see you later, Kim. Off to take Mom and Dad to the doctor's appointment. Hope to see you this afternoon. Sounds good. Hope everything goes well today. Take care of yourself, Diane. All right, so we're going to sign off here in about just a little under 10 minutes, right on 10 minutes. So we got some time to keep going with this for now. But if you are around tonight from 7 to 9, I will see you here. I have a couple adjustments that I need to make to my live schedule. You'll see those posts go up. I screwed up for Sunday for the Patreon workshop. I forgot to put TikTok on Friday night. So if you've been looking at the schedule wondering if I'll be doing a Friday night TikTok live, I will. I screwed it up somehow on my post. I was going to do that last night. There was all kinds of stuff I was going to do last night, and I didn't. So I got to get my shit together today and get some of this stuff done. But Patreoners, keep your eyes peeled because I'm going to be putting a couple things up there. I'm going to be getting us ready for our next workshop coming up this weekend. And we'll see what ideas we come up with. I think I've got a nice mix of super complicated and only kind of complicated for the workshop. I don't think I have any completely and totally mind-bending, mind-numbing ones. However, I might. We shall see. Patty. Hi and bye, thank you. Oh, it's good to see you, Patty. Happy that it was a good couple hours for you. Thank you, everybody. Bye and hi to everyone, and we'll see you tonight. All right. Sounds good. I'm going to do just a couple more over here of the gold triangles, and then we will keep going. Patty says, Steffi, sorry to hear you're not having a good day. And Nicole says, bye, Patty. So yeah, Gabrielle, one person showed up last night. There should be 3 today. And that's it for this batch. Then I can get some more stuff up to sell, which will be good. This was a slow start for me. I'm going to start, it's going to be a much more in-depth process because I only had 6 things listed this time. I wanted to get back into practice with it because I used to do it all the time. So I only had 6 things up. So this next one, I'm going back and jumping in with both feet, and I'm going to have hopefully 20 items a week getting listed up for auction on Facebook. Now, this isn't my art. This is just stuff from my house where there's a local online auction group for the town I live in and the neighboring towns. So I just jump on that and try and auction off what I got. So if I have like a pair of sneakers, for example, I throw them up and say starting bid $2, fight over them, and someone come get them. So that'll be good to keep the ball rolling and get some more stuff sold and out of this apartment and money in my pocket and less clutter around here, which will be very, very helpful. Once I get the clutter taken care of and I get this place functioning well, then you guys better look out. I'm going to be doing so much painting and stuff around here that you're going to get so sick of seeing me. Everywhere you turn, you're going to see me popping up somewhere. All right, there we go. That's where we're at so far. Needs to dry. Remember that the only part that is completely dry is these 2 green. So this green over here is going to dry to look like this. All of the browns are going to dry to look like this really dark chocolatey brown as opposed to the chocolate ice cream look that there is there. But we're getting there. So we'll do some more work on this tonight. We'll do some more work on the hippo tonight. And we'll just figure out all kinds of fun stuff to do. I love you guys to bits. Thank you so much for spending so much time with me today. And And I'll look forward to seeing you this evening if you are around. And if I don't see you this evening, maybe I'll look out and see you on TikTok tomorrow night. And if not, I'll see you next week. Never too much, Jamie. That's so nice. Debbie! Yay, Team Replay. Well, thanks for watching the replay. You guys, so close to the 4,000 public watch hours goal. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being here and watching the live and watching the replays. It's making a difference, and I can't thank you enough. All right, guys, first person is here to pick up the auction stuff, so I am going to go. I will see you guys at 7 o'clock tonight. I love you to bits. Bye-bye.